You'll be wanting to speak with Master Aberkan about that. Then right this way.
Mine's filled, edged with copper and knives. Such greed.
They're servants.
Yes?
Why did he stop there like I'm supposed to go in there? There's nobody in there. He's right there. Stopped at the door like I was supposed to go inside here. A young man leans against an expensive-looking gall glass cabinet. Glass. He holds a jewel-studded goblet in one hand and an ornate pistol in the other. He grins with wine-stained lips.
Our doormen seem to think it important that you meet with me. Speak.
Yeah. Convince a boozer. Okay, wino. What interest does House Domino have in the Duke's animancy hearing? Balance. The Duke's stuck between ignorant fanatics and power-hungry soldiers. That's the way of the things in Defiance Bay. We'll just have to see that neither group gains undue influence. He rubs his fingers together. And it doesn't hurt that there's profit to be made in discord. What is he? Are you a Ferengi? What is House Domino's position on animancy? Need an invitation. Let's see what their position is. He laughs. We don't have one that doesn't say they're against it, but that doesn't stop them from looting the ruins and selling ruins and contraptions to the sanitarium. The knights say they're for progress, but whose progress are they talking about? They're eyeing purse strings and positions here in Brackenbury, and word has it they've got a few pet animancy projects of their own. You can see why we're content to stay out of it. Can you tell me about the hearings? Fortunately, I haven't had to sit through them myself. I've told they're much like any other meeting, plenty of yelling and posturing, but little accomplished. And while the knights and the dozens argue over something neither understands, they lose sight of the real problems. Glanfathens stirring at our borders, the ever-present refugee crisis, and the Valians ready to leave us to our fate. Can you tell me about the hearing? Oops. Oh, that was highlighted. I already did that one. Let's see. I need an invitation to the meeting at the Ducal Palace. And you want to worm your way into House Dominel's good graces to get it. Is that it? Pretty much. He snorts. Your brazen attitude could take you far in our house if it doesn't get you killed first. Very well, let's see how you handle a simple task. One of my men planned a heist, and he passed the instructions to the thieves using my personal letterhead. His face freezes in a scowl. Bearing my initials. He breaks into a smile again, but his grip has tightened around his pistol. I need that letter. The thieves are holed up in a house in Copper Lane. Fetch the missive, and we'll see about finding you a place in the House Dominel. He takes another sip of wine. If there's nothing else, be on your way. Farewell. Okay, so we can do that. The Dozens Expedition Hall in Copper Lane. Let's run over there real quick. See what they're like. Expedition Hall. So the Dozens are part of the animancy hearing at the Ducal Palace?
Someone's got to keep the blazing Crucible Knights from leading us all to ruin, and the Dominels certainly aren't doing their part. But Wolfgren's still a man of the people. He's always been sensible in other matters. He'll hear us out eventually.
What are your thoughts on animancy? It'll be our downfall if we let it. Kith weren't meant to meddle in matters of the soul, and it's only fools that can't see it. Our troublemakers that won't. War troublemakers that won't. He leans in, arms folded, and I suspect you've got more than a few of those vying for the Duke's ear. Cheats and frauds looking to profit from a disaster. How are the hearings going? Morley tells me it's a rough fight, but the Duke's looking for any means he can to combat the legacy. And everyone knows the Knights are working on him in the background. As for the Dominels, I can't tell what they're up to. Probably taking coin from the Knights to keep this whole farce going. They're making it sound like the other two people are kind of corrupted. I was hoping to attend the animancy hearing with the Dozens. Sucks in his cheeks. Osric sold on you, but for a favor like that, I'll need something more.
I do have something, if you don't mind stepping on the toes of the Crucible Knights. Come to think of it, the Dominels won't be too pleased either. They've never liked seeing someone with nicer things than them.
Where do I begin?
Some of my other expeditions have come back with a rumor about a place called Eora up near Stormwall Gorge. It's supposed to hold some of the greatest weapons those Engwithan bastards ever made, and we've got need of them.
Go on. He gives you an appraising stare. You're cozy with the Knights. You must have heard some rumors of these soul-bound monstrosities they're building. I don't know about you, but I don't trust the gas bag. Cliver was something like that. Us sensible Keith need to be ready to protect ourselves and the city. If there's anything that can stand a chance against the madness, it's weapons made by the Engwithans themselves. They made the same kind of abominations in their time. They'd know how to kill them. I've sent the Giant Slayer after the weapons, but they haven't had much luck so far. They're better fighters than treasure hunters. Meet up with them at Wooden Plains and see how far they've gotten. If you can get those weapons, I'll see you get your cut. Kana shakes his head. 1,000-year-old ruins, and they're only worth to these people as it means to get a leg up on the Crucible Knights. About that invitation to the Animancy hearing. All he needs is those weapons. So we have that job to do that. Or that one. Let's go see what the quickest way out. The Crucible Knights want. And then we'll pick one.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I understand that the Crucible Knights are attending the Animancy hearing at the palace.
Indeed. Duke Avar looks to the knights for prudent counsel as well as defense. I suspect our future as a city and a nation will depend in no small part on how we handle this matter.
You think about Animancy. We'd be fools not to investigate it further. I've seen what those researchers in Brackenbury can do, building constructs, diagnosing soul maladies, harnessing raw essence. Their great potential. Detractors say that it's too dangerous, that it angers the gods, superstition and nonsense. There are risks to developing into souls, of course, but the greater risk lies with doing nothing at all while the legacy eats away at us. Can you tell me about the hearing? Gives you a gruff frown. They're progressing slower than I'd like. The dozens raise a ruckus whenever anyone so much as mentions animancy, and the Dominels are obfuscating matters on purpose. Nevertheless, I'm confident Avar will see reason eventually. I need an audience with Duke Avar. I'd like to attend the hearing. As a guest of the Crucible Knights, given your ties to those troublemakers at Expedition Hall, I'm afraid that's out of the question. So he's a no, right? About that invitation. I appreciate your help in retrieving the Forge Knight's research, but I still need the plans delivered to the High Justice Courier. I'm afraid I can't address anything else until that's taken care of. What? Did I not complete something? Deliver the plan to the High Justice Courier. Where's he at?
Dunstan will complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more.
However, it's been brought to my attention that you're a close ally of the dozens. I'm gonna go to the wood plains and do that one. That tiny little person. What did it say? The day it looks like. Let's see where we're going. Camp. Maybe this was that quest that gives me. That I was talking about earlier. I just haven't gotten far enough in the game. I get you. Just have to find their camp. Probably right here. Here we go. Finds IU with an amusement, but his voice carries menace. You must be lost, pup. The giant slayers don't share bounties. Weenan sent me to help. Weenan thinks you're taking too long. Smug expression fades in instants, and he had the gall to send you. His hand moves to his hilt. I should just kill. He stops himself, gritting his teeth. Well-groomed man leans in, swaying as if drunk. You think you can get the weapons? You've got two problems, rookie. A flooded entrance for one of the Crucible patrols for another. We've seen more knights than face painters out here. Why are the Crucible Knights of the Crucible here? Damned if I know. They're glorified thugs in armor and usually prefer their feathered beds to camp cots. I'd get one in an instant, but I can't collect bounties as a wanted man. Tell me about the flooded entrance. Must be the rains. We found this in the water, though. Not much natural algae around here. It might be a key of some kind. Experiment with it. The damn knights prowling around. What do you know about these weapons? Waynon's paying good coin for them. That's all I need to know. So what now? That's an interesting question. You see, we never, ever shares bounties. His companion moved to stand in line with him, hands on their weapons. That's Waynon's problem, not mine. You should talk to your employer. I'll have words with Wayne and don't worry about it. He steps forward, weapon now in hand. You still shouldn't have come. Admit it, you have no idea what to do next or you wouldn't be sitting around out here. Vine's face flushes bright red. His hand inches towards his axe, but it finds the Adra disc instead. He hurls it at your feet. Let's see you do better, unless you're all talk, that is. Turns to his companions. Come on, hot meal for us tonight. We'll deal with these upstarts later. Be seeing you. He turns to his partners and nods, and they follow him, lead down the hill. Follow his lead down the hill. Well, I guess that was they were talking about when I was hooking that up. We do get that quest, and now we can go over to the gorge and put it in the dealy mabobber. In the whatchamadoit, so it does the thingy majig. Commander, what do we have here? Justifier, just Templess. Let's kill him first. Sounds like he casts magic. Yep. Cast any magic on me. So kill him now. Now him. Now the main guy. Oh wait. There, now the main guy.
Mow it.
Give me all your stuff. The starlight illuminates a pattern in the ground. You kneel to get a better look. The stone here has been carved with a few simple shapes. A small circular indentation marks the center, and a much larger circle surrounds it. You see what appears to be writing above the two circles. Place the adder disc in the indentation. The stone rests easily in the space, and you feel air rushing into tiny gaps in the indentation. It appears to be held firmly in place now. You hear the sliding of stone underneath your feet and a sudden rush of water. The pool before you begins to drain. Neat. There goes all the water. Find the weapons of Rahiman. What expires? There you go. Whatever it is, go do it. Let's see, what way do we want to go? We will go this way. Hear grating and grinding coming from stone head above you. From the stone head above you. The chips of Adra in its eye sockets glow bright green. A voice, deep and resonant, echoes from the stone mouth. What begins as a garble of language resolves itself in your own mother tongue. There is no truer blade than essence forged in bronze. Turn twice to the left and prepare your soul for the reckoning. That doesn't sound good. Why would I want to do that? Spiders! Twice to the left.
Braved out.
Leave it to me! Leave it to me! You're not getting through me.
So, once to the left.
Braved out, Phila.
Hey, you don't need to run into combat, Rambo. Back up. Jeez.
I'm stuck over.
These guys immune to me. Here we go.
You're not getting through me.
Braved out, Phila.
Where is the... I can't see anything. I'm trying to target this shade here. Ugh. What's going on? Is it dead? It's not dead. There it is. It wasn't fully... Good. Now, Durance. No more Leroy Jenkins. Jeez. I swear, every time there's a battle, he's like, Leroy Jenkins! Starts attacking. I'm like, no. I'm not Durance. Eder. Stay back, Eder. Jeez. What is this? Stone's face, Adra eyes glow, and a voice rumbles from its open mouth. Past is the hilt of a weapon. The true warrior grasps it and knows his strength. Speak the quality that defines you. I bring people together. I'm at my best when working alongside my allies. I'm consistent and reliable. I can work through any obstacle with patience and dedication. Is this a trick question? Okay. I wonder if that reminds me if we've gotten all those sword parts under Cade Nua. Need to go back and put it in that statue. What pieces did we get? I forgot all about that. Item type. Is it quest items? Broken blade.